Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. This one's the 26-yard line. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. And they're brought out by quarterback selling. Originally the 135th pick back in that 2016 NFL Draft, it's Dak Prescott.
He didn't get the full chance to build on his MVP runner-up season. An injury ended 2024 after just 8 games. But Dak's got a few more weapons around him. He's got a new head coach, a play caller, and at this stage of his career, he's got to make the most of it.
First play throwing for Prescott. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Cowboy first down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
First down, and they go right back to it. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet. Have that and
he works it forward to the 43-yard line. Brought down by Jalen Carter.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott here from the gun. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Looking for George Pickens that time. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
He just missed that Super Bowl a couple years ago, but Hurts and those Eagles, they got a lot. All season, he's just a stabilizing force. He makes people around him better, and he's a Super Bowl champ to boot.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Smith. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he's caught, he's got ground. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. A play fake now Hurts to throw. Well, right side, caught by Smith. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Hurts yet again. He's going to tuck it and run. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that 1st down.
13 yards on the play. And an Eagles 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage. So no gain on 1st down.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Hurts looking to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
That's good for another Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
That's good for an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They give to Barkley, left side. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
10 more yards. Danger
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Dillon. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Barkley going to try to smash his way in. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and goal now from the 6 after that last play. Hurts now from the gun. And he scores! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles get the game's first points here in the second. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. All right, so we're already into the 2nd quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect 1-for-1.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Good work so far. He's got room. All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there. Back out come the Cowboys for their 2nd drive. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there, 2nd down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Up the gut they go with Williams. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Dak now from the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. And let the cover guys go shut it down.
Brian Anger on now to punt. Has it at the 13. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 31. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that 1st down.
7-yard gain. That's good for the Eagles. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
1st down, run with Barkley. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down by Deron Bland.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's running for it. And will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On 1st down, Hurts. He's got a man left. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. Up by Dotson on the slant. And this one doesn't go far.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. It's the Eagles with a 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Hurts. He's keeping it, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for an Eagles. 1st and goal.
defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass in that RPO scheme offensively. Feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. There's so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. Hurts to throw. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
Eagles 14, Cowboys nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Cowboys are ready to go on offense a final time in this first half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Throwing on first is Prescott. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target. So 2nd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, Prescott. Steps up and he's running with it. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. All right, back to the ground game here. This is going to be shy at first, but not by much. It's 4th and short. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Dallas sends its punching unit onto the field. Avery Williams on to return. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. All All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. Second down coming up. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. Escapes a defender. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Philadelphia has its offense out to start this third quarter.
At their own 27-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 30-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They go to Barkley again. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
And an Eagles first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They motion a receiver left. Going to the ground again on first. He's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. This time it's a passing play. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
He's got Brown on the slant. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Hurts. He keeps it and takes off. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that first down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
And he scores! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young, Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21.
Cowboys, nothing.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Sanders on a shotgun handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Prescott set to pass. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Kicks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. I'll start this one out with Barkley. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Hurts. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Straight ahead. Here's Barkley. He's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And an Eagles 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Gonna go with Barkley on the counter. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back for the line of scrimmage.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go. Second down. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Finds the in route complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Throwing from the gun. This one's caught. Smith has it. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Let's get to that wide complete. And he drives this forward to the 6. So we're through 3 here. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles put up even more points in a win. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again.
Cowboys, nothing. Jake Elliott.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. This makes it up to the 25. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. Loading up on the left. It's going to be trips to that side. Here's 1st and 10. Dak out of the pistol. Connects on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 7.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First and 10. Here's Prescott. Jump off caught by his back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Dak off the play fake. Brought in right side. And that will not be enough for a first down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Dak throwing again. They'll make a big for it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
First down, here's Dak. Now he's past the 25. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first at second down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Dak now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Prescott to sneak it. And he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it 1st and goal.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
They'll go from the gun with Sanders. And he makes it across. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cowboys cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. The Eagles about set to go on offense. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Hurts now from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles can rest easy with a 3-score lead. And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Hurts looking to throw. That heater is going to fall to the turf.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. The Cowboys about set to take over. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Prescott on 1st and 10. He finds Pickens left side. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. Give your quarterback a chance.
Prescott here from the gun. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he'll get it up to the 44. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more.
Was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. Now here he goes again. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 47. It's him on the end route. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Back to throw. Here's Dak. This is complete to Ferguson out left. And he's going to be hit and sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 41. It's Pickens on a slant. And he's going to be right up against that line that they needed. Make it 3rd and maybe a yard at most from the 34.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Another throw for Prescott. That's Ferguson. He brings it in. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Looking from the pistol, Prescott. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions. George Pickens the touchdown. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
You need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys get it back to a 14-point game.
Cowboys 14.
Well, time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And the Eagles are able to recover. And that should just about do it for us here. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Victory formation here. Looks like 1st down. With the win in hands, they'll take
It's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.